Where's the pledge isn't on here?
We can still do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is called. Oh, no,
All right.
we still do it.
Let's see here. Ms. Zimmerman, would you lead us in the pledge, please? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You were the closest, so I figured I'd, Sir? I'm just a small town supervisor. That's all I am. I'm a small town supervisor. I have 2,100 people that live here. I wish I could answer that question. It is. All right. Calling this meeting to order. Thank you all for coming out on this balmy January night. I need a motion to approve the minutes of January 7th, please.
Motion?
Oh.
Second?
Okay. Any conversation or discussion? Seeing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Resolution for the purchase of a new tractor for PPP. Jimmy, you want to speak to that for a second, please?
Yeah, this was fully vetted in the budgetary process. This tractor is the workhorse for Parks and Buildings Department. Currently, they're using a 1992 tractor that is near the end of its life. It's starting to incur quite a bit of maintenance and repair costs. So this is a replacement tractor that we budgeted for. It actually is coming in under budget, I believe, by about $4,000. And is we're going to get it now so that it's ready for the summer and springtime and summer, and if our current tractor doesn't make it through the winter.
Okay. Was it
32,000.
32,000?
With all the attachments, which is a side discharge mower, backhoe to it, and yes, backhoe. It's all in the board packet.
The packet's online for anyone to see. And if you're trying to get on the board packet information on your phone, it's very complicated. Everything was there. It was just not in date order. You had the January 24, then you had January 25, then you had April 24. The information is there. There's something with the setup and whatever with the phone and not being on an actual computer. So it's a logistics thing that hoping with the new website coming up,
It will not be an issue with
that
that.
will not be an issue. So my apologies to folks that couldn't get their information, but the packet and the agenda is always posted ahead of time.
I'd like to just bring this forward. I think a
Motion?
motion, and then let the board, if you don't mind, let us have our conversation, and then the public can weigh in. Is that okay? All right?
Motion?
Second.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it
Questions?
was in the budget. It
Yep.
was in the budget for 36, so it's great that it's coming in under that. Yeah, and yeah.
I bought a smaller one in 2010, I believe, and it was only probably $6,000 less than this one. So, I mean, for this many years out, I mean, it just seems, again, guys, this is one of those things where you have to replace equipment at some point. It's not, Peter, did you have a question or?
So it goes up as soon as ever. It usually goes up on Friday. But Jean just said that what happened is there was a transfer that it doesn't go up on the cell phone. And also there was a weirdness with you just couldn't find it in order, which is not Jean's fault. It's just
That's
tech
just
with.
on the phone. If
That's
you're
just
on
my
the
phone,
computer,
yeah.
everything's in chronological order.
Okay,
So it was a
it was
phone
just the
issue.
phone? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's fine on
Yeah.
iPad? Okay.
We're working on that. That's coming up.
Oh, I just printed that night, so I didn't put that up. Yeah, that
Okay,
was, yeah, that was me.
Folks, can we focus on the agenda and resolutions, and then we can kind of get into some of the other, if that's okay? I'd rather like to kind of get through this stuff first. All right, so any other questions about the tractor? Yes, sir.
It's a John Deere 2005 compact utility trailer,
Trailer?
tractor. Tractor.
2025. 2025
It's
R.
a 60D, Bob. 7-iron, mid-mount, side discharge mower.
32.8.
8 horsepower, 18 horsepower.
Years ago, I bought a John Deere, brand new John Deere tractor with a bucket, a backhoe, and, bought the whole thing for $26,000 from John Deere.
Guys,
It's a bigger tractor. It's a 2000 series, 2300 series. So your tractor is smaller. What's going on? Who's doing something?
Sourcewell, isn't it?
Sourcewell.
Yes, please.
Yep, Pete, come on up here, please.
Please.
Sure.
You wanna show-
Yeah, yeah. Right.
So the short answer, Bob, is I did the shopping, but there's little shopping to be done because this is state contract. So if you got a better price, kudos to you, but we purchase whenever possible from state contract. It's a 2025R subcompact tractor, utility tractor. The actual extended contract price is $17,849.76. When we add all of the required pieces, which is the front end loader with bucket, the attachments to, or the accessories to attach that, we add things like an engine block heater, the engine coolant heater kit, the premium LED work lights, which are required when we're working around the road in the middle of the night, the ROPS lights, again, front and back. We add the quick attach 60-inch mid-mount side discharge mower. We add the backhoe attachment, which is a piece of equipment that the Parks Department has never had. We either have to hire out to a local contractor or we have to ask for assistance, and we do get it when they're available from the Highway Department. So when you put all of those things together, the total price with assembly and delivery was again $32,019
$843, I believe,
and
800
19 cents.
19 cents.
and
So I
19
do remember
cents.
that number fairly well. Amazing.
Again, the paperwork that I present to the board is the Sourcewell pricing. It's not something we control. This particular one, my preference for the last 2 years has been to deal with United Ag and Turf in Greenwich. But any John Deere dealer in New York State would sell it for this price to a municipality. That's what Sourcewell state contract is. That's how it works. So what else do you want to know?
Are you required to buy state contract?
We are not required to buy state contract, but we're encouraged to buy state contract
Well,
because they've done all the bidding.
I bought a tractor that's at least one, maybe two sizes larger than yours. It has a backhoe on it, it has a bucket on it, and I even got a, what do you call it, two things in front there that you metallic.
Forks.
Got that, from John Deere, yeah, United Ag, whatever it's called. Plus, I financed $15,000 of it with no interest. So why can't the town do something like that? That's 10,000 bucks less than where you are.
Just
At
doesn't
this-
follow our procurement.
At this
Doesn't-
point, it was in the budget. We had this discussion back in
Budget process.
budget
November.
process. I mean, it was there. It was all part of it. I mean, we discussed this. I know that there were some people that weren't exactly thrilled with the idea of us buying a tractor because it did come up during conversation. So,
I am thrilled with the idea that you're getting the tractor. I've been aware of Peter's work for years, before Peter started.
just telling you, that was,
I remember working with our little dinky tractor that he's been working with when I was building the pavilion down at the park. With Bill Thomas and two other people for volunteer labor.
And let's not forget,
I'm very familiar with what's going on, but I don't see why somebody can't even get by and drive over to Greenwood, pick up our tractor and bring it home and down here or Johnsburg find it.
but Sourcewell does all the bidding, that's correct, they go out, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so they
Yes,
get
so-
all the pricing for us, that's.
Any municipality
Yeah.
buying this tractor anywhere in New York State is getting this price regardless of what dealer they're buying it from. No, we're not.
Why don't I go over there, buy it and bring it home and then sell it to you guys?
That's not our,
I'm not sure
I don't
how
think we're
that
allowed
works,
to-
but
that's not our
To do
procurement
that,
policy.
unfortunately.
I know, Peter, I know that you need it so badly, and I'm glad you're gonna come here, excellent stuff. But, again, you're under, somehow or other, you have to talk about
This is the tractor I wanted, and this is the way I can get it. So
okay. Any other comments or questions about the tractor and the purchase? Seeing none, I call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Next up is executive session to discuss medical, financial, credit, employment history, particular person, corporation matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, removal, particular person or corporation, discuss proposed pending, current litigation, proposed acquisition, sale, lease of real property, or proposed acquisition of securities or sale of, or exchange of securities held by such public body, but only when publicity would substantially affect the value thereof. So I need a motion to go into executive session, please.
Motion?
Second.
Okay. We stand adjourned for the time being. Thank you.
was entertaining the.
Well, we were having cocktails, so.
That's what somebody said. You were probably up the road having cocktails. I'm waiting for a picture of margaritas.
No, sorry, no margaritas.
Shoulda. Coulda, but you didn't.
All right, I need a motion to bring us out of executive session.
Motion?
Second.
Okay, we are back in session. All right. So, next on the agenda is a resolution for appointments for 2025. Appointment for zoning officer is William Welch. Animal control, Bill Mosier. Safety officer, Peter Olszewski. Water clerk is going to be split between billing and collecting of money between Danae Tucker and Joanne Morehouse. We do not have a health officer as of yet. Appointment for youth bureau liaison officer is Peter Olszewski. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion. Second.
Any comments from the board or conversation? Seeing none, call for a vote. All those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry.
We have a,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the senior, the committees are all on here, Pete, but these are officers that, yep, okay. All right. Anything else? I'll give this to you in a minute, Gene.
The motion, it was Jim and Paul.
Yep, yep.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I think all those in favor, we've already got that?
No.
All right, all those in favor?
aye.
Aye, okay. All right, resolution for supervisor to appoint town historian Dina Wood. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, any conversation or discussion?
Yeah, we wouldn't let her not do it.
You're on the hook.
If this is a supervisor's appointment, why do we have to vote?
I've got it in here. It says
Okay,
resolution
okay.
with a vote. I'm following the rules. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Resolution to designate legal counsel, and this is for Miller, Mannix, Schaffner, and Hafner. And I gotta say, of late, they've been helpful. Need a motion, bring this to the floor, please.
Move.
Second?
All right, any conversation or discussion around this? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. All right, so, resolution add budget committee to standing committees. So the budget committee, and again, this is as of right now, the budget committee is Kevin Bean, Anna Bowers, Jeff Konis, Patrick Hughes, Bruce Dunkley, Matt Byrne, ex officio is Danae Tucker. This is initial. I mean, we can add people and we'll just have to make some amendments. But at this point, this is going to be the budget committee. Need a motion, bring this to the floor, please.
Motion.
Second.
Conversation amongst the board. Okay, anybody from the audience? Yes, ma'am. Yes, we'll be, yeah, I mean, this is the initial, we had a larger group last time and then they kind of faded off. I'd almost rather start small and if people want to jump on board, Adam? Okay, call for vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, resolution to amend salaries for vital statistics. Has 2,600 stipend that was not included. Need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion?
Second.
Any conversation, discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Okay, next is the 284 agreement, which basically we kind of put numbers to what we're going to be doing this year. Fred, do you want to speak to this at all, or, I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. We are looking to actually add paved roads to the town. Yep. Okay, I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, resolution for audit service. And again, this is, the only reason we would need audit services is if we were to receive the monies or be able to start the sewer and receive the monies necessary to do the sewer. And that would be the reason for having to hire an audit service. So I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay,
Yeah, this only kicks in if we use that
correct.
$1 million.
This is
So this
correct.
is kind of a preemptive if
Right.
we're able to move forward.
We
Correct.
had put it out to bid through the contract reporter, and they're just looking for information as to where we are to close out the contract reporter end of it, so we just need to let them know where we're at. Yep.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, call for vote. All those in, oh,
You
I'm
have-
sorry. Oh, sorry, Bob. My apologies.
How often is the general, business of the town audited?
I'd have to go back and look.
Apparently not every year.
Mm-mm. No.
I mean, why not?
Pardon, well, I mean, we certainly, Dina,
It was 2 years ago, the state came in and did it.
yeah, 2 years ago, the state did the audit.
I mean, you guys are collecting several $1 million in taxes and you're spending several $1 million in taxes. Why shouldn't the, record be audited to make sure that everything is done?
Good question. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly, I can ask, what I will do is I can certainly take that up with Tanae. I don't know what procedurally, what usually takes place, but certainly, I don't know, I mean, how often? No? Okay. Yeah, I'll ask the question. Yeah. And I think the other thing too is when we file with the comptroller's office, my guess is that what they do is they run that, and then if there's anything that shows as red flags, then they would say, you know what, this doesn't look right. But again, let me check with Danae and ask the question. I mean, it's worth asking. Okay.
Don't you look at the function of the town as a business?
Yeah,
A
I do.
multi-million-dollar business?
Mhm.
So it just seems that. First,
I'm not arguing the,
have to deal with that kind of money in life and stuff like that.
Bob, I'm not arguing. I'm gonna do some more research on it. I'll get back to you. I'll have an answer for you. Yep. Let's see. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Resolution to close out the recreational trail. This is ARPA money that we're using to close out the recreational trail. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Second.
Any conversation? Call for,
This is, yeah, just
go
that
ahead.
we'd already passed a resolution. We were short a little bit on the town's match. So we used ARPA funds, $925 to meet that match. The trail is done. This is closing out the fund and repaying back to our general fund the money that we had to put up. We've gotten the reimbursement. So this just ends it and returns the $37,863 to the general fund. And
Okay, call for a vote. All those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, Bob, my apologies, yes?
I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I just think that, unfortunately, Tully, could not make this meeting, but I think, Tully ought to be, given some recognition because, I happen to have to look at it. And, it seems to me that the settlement of this trail, which was up on, had a problem with the ski lift, and they had to move the trail. And over, not very much, and get a little in from FSMC, and a lot of problems, and, I think we even wrote the original grant for the trail.
Thank you.
Good point, Bob.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Resolution to change water code revenue. Again, more of an accounting issue. I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
You have it. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Sorry, Bob.
Bob,
I
on a
know that-
roll tonight.
Yes, sir.
Once in a while, you have to get down to business. And this has to do with, water revenue code. I don't know what all those numbers mean, but, and I think I mentioned this some time ago. If we have if someday we really get a municipal sewer in the community, how in the devil are you ever gonna have an equitable, way or formula to charge people for the use of the system? And the only way you can do that, is, first of all, it's not 100% absolutely sure, and that is to meter the water supply to the EUD. So
I'm-
now you've got some kind of deal going on with water revenue code, and maybe water, I don't know whether it has something to do with zoning, but isn't there some way you could introduce a program to meter every customer somehow or other with maybe an extra stipend on the water tax? over a
I-
period of 2 or 3
I-
years?
I sat in, I think, on a meeting last year where this was a while back when this was discussed. There are a number of different issues that are at hand. Bob, I honestly, when this issue came up, I mean, I've always had a water meter until I moved here, always. So I was blown away by the fact that no one had water meters. But again, I can't remember, there were a bunch of stumbling blocks because I think Mark Smith actually looked at how to try to make this happen. I'm almost positive of it. And it was not a simple solution. It was very complex. It had to do with, I believe, allowing people into their homes. I think that also too, it had to do with the age of the plumbing in the house. I mean, there's a bunch of things that came up. It was not, it sounded much more complicated. And that's, I think, the reason why we haven't gone down that road. I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. It makes more sense with water and sewer to have meters. Maybe we look at that again, given the fact that we're in the process of trying to put the sewer in place. But again, it's that, I know for a fact exactly what you're saying. I agree with you.
There was a concern that each house had to be up to code with. their
That's that
plumbing.
code. Thank you. Yep.
And that's an additional cost to the homeowner to get it up to code in order to hook into the system. So those were just concerns that we had as additional costs to the homeowner at that time. And the meters themselves,
They were
were
expensive.
extremely expensive as well, but
It was
it's
not,
always
this is not,
something that can be revisited for sure. But that was the biggest part of it, was the cost to the homeowner.
Well,
Okay.
I did a little research on this. Web, big plumbing outfit down
Mhm.
in Johnsburg. And, they were willing to sell me a meter device that can be attached to any plumbing system, whether it's municipal or whether it's a drilled well or whatever. And the meter itself costs less than $200.
Is it certifiable?
Well, I definitely want the FW Web would be marketing something that wasn't.
No, municipally certifiable where it can be confirmed. It would have to be something that would have to be a registered device. It's not so simple as just go buy a water meter. It has got to be one that's approved for the job, and it's got to be certifiable.
FW Web is a multi-million-dollar corporation, so they certainly aware of all the ins and outs of it. But is there some possibility if you're communicating with water secretary and the collectors of the money, communicate with every customer on the line every year? Isn't there some way you could build a little reserve fund for every individual basically collected about $25 a year. Under everybody's name. And, until it reached, $300 or $250.
If I recall correctly, it was, the cost was steep
I
because,
can look back in the minutes.
yeah, I
I
can,
think it was
let me,
$1,000.
what's that?
I think it was $1,000.
$1,000, but let's, you know what, Bob, we can revisit, but again, I'm not arguing your point.
I've installed these things in cross projects that I've been working on. I don't see any hundreds of dollars.
Again, I just remember the conversation.
It might be a plumber gets maybe $75 an hour, or a couple hours.
Not anymore.
No, it's $125 an hour for a plumber.
No.
Old rusty pipe, and the first thing you know, you got to do, but still, it's their customer. And the system, even now, is totally inaccurate. Because who knows? I remember one old lady that lived alone, and her water bill was the same as another family that I know.
I know.
4 boys.
I know.
Everyone took a shower every day.
I'm-
It's inequitable. So
I'm-
there ought to be some way to solve this problem, so you
I will,
don't have to knock it on the door and tell everybody in the water district that, well, by next year, you gotta have a system, oh, it's gonna cost $700. If they've got a little reserve built up in the system, and when it triggers, it's going to be, that's a something about it.
let me,
Why can't you do something that's,
I will
eco-friendly?
look into it.
Okay, if there's a good plumber in town,
I don't know. I'm not sure if we have a, where are we with, I'm sorry, guys,
You have to
We've
vote on it.
passed the code.
okay,
Yeah,
we did,
So the
Oh,
code
okay.
went from,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, that's the revenue code, where we,
procurement.
I just need, we need a vote. We got the 2 motions, but
We need
didn't
to
get a
vote, sorry, okay, guys, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Now, resolution to increase water department procurement. So this basically follows very much both parks and highway as far as when it comes to purchasing. This is a $999 limit for credit card purchases. So for water. So I need a motion to bring this to the floor, please.
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion?
So it's Cedarwood who would be using the credit card?
So they've hired, yeah, well, it's a Cedarwood employee that basically has to buy supplies every now and
Okay.
again. Yes, correct.
So when you're dealing with a water district, you go to Brayley and Oxon and you look at a valve and it's an inch size valve, it might be $20.
No,
You-
yeah.
But when you go and you look at it for a 6-inch valve, it's in the thousands of dollars, so all we're doing is increasing this.
Yeah, I was just curious who was using it from Cedarwood.
just-
That was, yeah.
Just preempting maybe some of the
Sure.
comments or questions people might have.
Sure.
All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Ms. Bowers, you are up.
Amy, could you help me with the sign? Yeah, thank you. So the marketing committee worked with Julia Johnson. This one says North Creek, but the idea is that we will have one for every hamlet. So this is what the signs would look like. They would be, so they're going to be about $995 each, and then $525 for the post and installation. So
I
if
like
we
it.
did 2 for each hamlet, it would be about $21,000. So the conversation that we have to have as a marketing committee is where those funds would come from. We obviously have occupancy tax funding, we obviously have ARPA funds.
Mhm.
But the name is economic development and marketing, so we have to look at, is that where we want to spend the $21,000? Or do we want to
one quick thing, Garnet Lake, where would we put the second one? I could only see the need for one.
And that
There.
might be a great, that might be a.
Not
great
that I don't
conversation.
want us to have the recognition, but I don't really see where that would be too productive on the far side of Garnet Lake Road. I think one just as you enter the hamlet from Route 8 side would be fine.
And for North Creek, we have that beautiful one when you come in, like, we may only need one.
Do we have to do with any sign of things as far as like, various hamlets? I mean,
Yes,
what
we
do-
have to do a lot of research and find out that we can put them
Okay.
in the exact right place so that they are not taken down.
right, well, also as far as making sure that we're permitted.
So each hamlet, so we'll have welcome to North River, welcome to Riparius.
I think we're all having the same problem. So the way that it reads from out here, Hamlet of Johnsburg,
That's wrong.
because it doesn't say a Hamlet of
Oh, so these
Johnsburg,
say A?
Yeah,
it should to us, me,
Okay.
Yeah.
it should say, welcome to Johnsburg. And then Hamlet of North Creek, Hamlet of Johnsburg, Hamlet of North River, Hamlet of Beavertown. It's gotta be one or the other, without putting either
I thought that's how we do it.
a or and. I guess it would be an a
A.
Hamlet of Johnsburg. Or
So you say
switching
like,
that.
put A Hamlet?
I don't know.
that would be, I like the, if you do it with the A,
The same thing on this side of the format, but I think you need to, you read wrong with that. Either put an A in there.
Put A? I see that.
A Hamlet of
or
Johnsburg.
put- I don't know if it was dumb flip, if it said, if they all said, welcome to Johnsburg, because it's the town of Johnsburg. And then said Hamlet of North River, Hamlet of Garnet Lake, Hamlet of North Creek.
I think the idea was having this big was so that like if you went to the Hamlet, it would be like that.
We were
I
trying
like
to
the idea of
recognize
bigger
every
letters.
hamlet.
But listen, I'm the person who on a Barbina menu once wrote lamb shank, like lamb shank instead of lamb shank. So like you need to have lots of eyes on everything. But I agree. So a Hamlet of.
No, listen, we're trying to recognize every single hamlet
there's,
in Johnsburg because the people out and the people in Riparius sometimes feel like they're not included in the town of Johnsburg.
Welcome to Riparius, town of Johnsburg. Welcome to North River, town of Johnsburg.
So I guess the idea was that it's unique that we have Hamlets.
right, point out that we do have,
Well, I didn't grow up in Hamlets in Delaware, so it was unique when I moved here.
We were just
Yeah.
trying to go by like the history and try to keep that part in there. That's why we did it. I guess
And then we'll say, go to our town historian.
coming, by living here all my whole entire life,
this is well done.
I guess
because
I'm
these
just
hamlets
used to
get-
hearing
Garnet
it
Lake is
say
well done.
Hamlet.
That's true.
I know what it
What
is.
is that? See what it-
You know.
Welcome to North Creek, so Hamlet.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I think it's a little, it's recognizing our local heritage.
Right,
Hamlets are you doing? You're doing it Glen because there's already a sign that says the Glen.
So, here, we will put these
Glen
down.
is
Bob,
really considered
Bob,
hamlet.
Bob, hang on, Scott. Bob, go ahead. What?
I think we should go by what the historian says.
Welcome to the hamlet of North Creek.
Yeah, that's right. You can.
Because you do want to be able to read it like.
As you're going by.
As you're going by. So we did, and I wanted to read this so that you could tell me, Baker's Mill, Riparius, Johnsburg, North Creek, North River, Beavertown, Garnet Lake.
7 hamlets.
Box slide.
We're the 7 hamlet
Because you have
omelet.
some more on the. you have
Remember
some
that?
more on the website.
I've been thinking that since we said the word.
Was it,
hamlet.
Dogtown?
That's
Okay, but Dogtown, was that, okay. I've seen a bunch of them that it's interesting, old maps that show like really strange, it's like, where the heck did that come from?
Yeah, we do.
So the total,
Really?
the total's $1,525. 1-inch high density urethane carved text, 1/2-inch raised circle, mounted on 6mm aluminum composite panels, and then $525 with post and installation. And that would be Paul coming and doing the installation. Just because he figures you're gonna be busy, not to take work away from you.
That
unless
would be
you
no
wanna do
problem.
it.
And for the question I have, for the different hamlets in the
Yeah.
circle, is there a different image? Same image?
Here's the skiing,
Yeah,
right? Here's the water,
gotcha.
rail.
So we figured this got hiking, skiing.
Yep,
All the mountain
perfect.
stuff, all the river stuff, or lakes. We could-
Thank you.
And that's also a lake, water, and then railroad.
Oh, we could do some nice letterhead with
That's
that.
another
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
discussion for another night.
Of what?
We probably should get something standardized. Logo, standardized logo for
Especially if you saw it on the
Johnsburg.
signs and the same thing on the
Yep.
letter, that would be very good.
Yes, you can have it for the price of.
Well, I was gonna say,
They could send me like a little PDF and we could just. do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
I like
you
it.
could easily,
well,
crop
would
it.
we have the right to do
Yeah,
that?
and
Did
then
we
do
buy
it
the
on
right
color
Right,
to use
or
that?
exactly.
logo?
Julia Johnson
did.
donated this to us. She put her time in and she said it's her gift to the town of Johnsburg.
I need her address so I can
Yeah.
write her a thank you
Yeah.
note, please, okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'll write her a thank
I
you note.
really like that sign
All right.
a lot.
So,
I think the marketing committee
I like it. Yeah,
has to look at what funds we have available,
we'll figure it out.
potentially have a longer conversation of what we really want to do,
Yep.
and then come back with a resolution.
Yep.
And the edits, I think, are worthwhile taking back and like moving them around, because that's,
Mhm.
you don't
No,
see things
no,
when you stared at it
no.
for like,
No,
a
you
long
get, you're
time.
too close to it, yeah, you kind of miss out on stuff.
and we can, Julia's great. She can take the things that people said and we can move that around too. So if you go home and you're thinking about this while you're brushing your teeth, please send me more thoughts and we can send them to Julia.
Great. All right, very
I
good.
just want to thank those that have worked on that. As someone that has no artistic ability, I can look at something and say, yeah, that's great. I can't get there, so
Nor
great
can I.
job to all that were involved.
Yeah. Thank you to Julia, truly, she was, yeah,
I need, like I said, please.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Right.
So thank you guys for your input and
Yep.
thank you, Amy, for your muscle.
All right, committee reports. Mr. Hyde, you want to start off, please?
Sure, the result of the last highway committee report was the passing of the 284 agreement. We had a good meeting, got a lot discussed, looked at getting other stuff, including equipment, kept up to date. We'll have another one before the next meeting again with further information. The current 284, as Fred said, covers a lot of new culverts, a lot of repairs on our roads, and as far as paving stuff in our road, in our town, probably more paving in the past year or two than our town has had in 2 decades, I'd say, as far as the amount of road paved. Definitely moving forward, it was a real productive meeting. As far as the solid waste, we'll be meeting the end of the month, beginning of next month, February 3rd, is it? Yeah. And again, I've had a lot of people asking questions about, and more than questions, a lot of people with concerns about the costs. And I've been watching what people have been posting, and it's both up and down, but it appears the majority of people have posted that their costs have gone down, which is satisfying to see. I'm not expecting that to be everybody and every time, because depending on your weight, but still I see the number of people posting that it's costing less is more than those otherwise, which is good.
Tell me, sit in my office with me for a day.
I know, believe me, I'm hearing it too. I'm hearing it too. But again, we're just getting started on this. We have a lot further to go. We're gonna try and make it so that there's less waste, encourage people to recycle. There's less cost in recycling and putting it on the scale and weighing it. And not only that, but it gets it out of the waste stream and reduce, reuse. I mean, that we should be doing that as much as possible. I don't mean to be saying that it's doing it, but really the having to pay for garbage may encourage people to actually go back to recycling, because it's been kind of dropped, considering it was really a good thing. Everybody pushed to do it, and then it just kind of fell to the wayside. And one of the things the committee is looking at is ways of getting rid of or recycling things properly, more to the town's cost advantage and for the green side of it, make sure that stuff is taken care of properly. After our meeting, I'm sure we'll have more information. Peter has done a fantastic job. He's got all the numbers of what it's actually cost us and everything. And we'll have a good idea where we're headed after the next meeting. And go ahead, please.
I mean, I think the cost part, I think we got a pretty good handle on that. I mean, the area where I think we'll do that is, you know, the state of recycling. Still terrible. And, it really is. And it's very complicated. And we're going to need to work on a larger scale with the county, which is actually, you know, they've invested in a recycling person to go, and lead that effort with us. So I think this year we're going to focus on reworking and getting into the recycling system to improve that.
It's kind of funny because I was talking with somebody about the solid waste committee and recycling, and then all of a sudden my Facebook page is filled with feeds on recycling companies. And probably 8 or 10 of them popped up just like that after just mentioning it.
They were listening.
AI,
They know what's going on there.
AI.
AI, right?
So I have a question on how to handle this situation. I have private garbage and private recycling, and I'm on Main Street, and I've had situations where people come in and trespass onto my property and litter by putting their trash in my bins and filling up my bins. What do I do? And I can imagine that this is gonna get worse now that people can pay. I mean, it's too soon for it to have gotten worse, but how do I do? Do I call the town?
Unfortunately, I don't think
How
that's,
do you enforce that?
it's not a town responsibility at that, unfortunately.
I've the
That's-
first I've ever heard that. Wow.
That's terrible. Well,
That's-
acceptive services, and there's an actual thing. Camera, right, that's what my suggestion was gonna be to. No, then you call police and tell them, they'll give them a warning the first time, but
People used to do I feel you, our dumpster all the time. Yeah, we would catch people.
I would, a camera, and if you need, I'll loan you a camera, just set it up so it catches them doing it, but please, and unfortunately, that's not a municipal thing, that's more a legal thing, where the trespass part of it would really bother me, but
That
acceptive
stinks.
services also. We'll
That
support you any
stinks.
way we can, but again, I don't think that's something that the town can really do anything, other than like if you have something and you call the police, we'll verify that you've had the problem with it. And definitely, if, that's,
I'm,
and they're still doing it. Yeah, a game camera, just hide it, you'll catch them.
So so just number wise, if you're spending $55 a month, that's 366 pounds of garbage a month. Is that about what you generate?
No idea, but I have 3 houses.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And a church, which is an ongoing business. And they take recycling at the town.
If you don't mind my asking, who do you use for service? I do too, I cannot say anything but good about them, they're fantastic. Right. I won't either. The driver is fantastic. If I forget to get my can, he goes, he either pulls in the driveway and takes care of it, or I've even had him pull it out.
can we move on to Ms. Bowers? You have committee reports? Anything?
I think the one, we just did one.
Okay, all right. Mr. Williams,
Yep. Since our last meeting, there's been about 4 sewer committee meetings. The group has expanded to include people from the county, ORDA engineers. There's been 2 funding meetings. We're still trying to work to find a path forward. We are running out of time on our bids. We might not be able to award bids at this point because we don't have the funding in, while we simultaneously work with ORDA to find a path for them to be able to open on time. It's a complex process because we need to fully vet its impact on the town, as well as the impact that it has on order. So a lot of phone calls, a lot of meetings. We're still working hard at it.
Mr. Stevens,
I have thrilling news.
I know. Go
How's
ahead,
that?
please.
How's that?
I love it.
And if you don't believe me,
I do.
you can read the news release yourself. Town of Johnsburg Senior Citizens Committee, Adirondack Foundation launched the Kindling Awards to highlight optimism and social connection. Named after the key ingredient that sparks a warm fire, these awards honor community-driven events that bring people together without agendas, just the joy of connection. The proposed Senior Day for the town of Johnsburg has been selected as one of the first recipients of the Adirondack Foundation Kindling Awards. The Johnsburg Senior Day is a new event sponsored by the newly established Town of Johnsburg Seniors Committee. The new Johnsburg Seniors Committee is co-chaired by Arnold Stevens, a town board member, and Anita Abrams, food pantry coordinator for the Adirondack Outreach Center, and staffed by Pete Olszewski, director of the town Department of Public Properties and Programs. Arthur Webb, a committee member, helped to prepare the application. The goal is to improve coordination, cooperation, and connections in the community to the better access existing resources for the seniors. The objective is to bring together key stakeholders to develop a community plan through an interactive workshop. By organizing a senior day, we will bring together key stakeholders and seniors to improve communication, cooperation, and connections. It sends a clear message to the community that we can become an age-friendly community through cooperation. The new Senior Day will be held in the spring of 2025 at the Tannery Pond Center, a major community center in North Creek. The date has not been set. For additional information, please contact Pete Olszewski at recreation@johnsburgnewyork.com. The next meeting of our senior committee will be February 5th at 10 a.m. here at Tannery Pond.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Great.
Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
You've done a good job.
Well done. How much was what was the,
The award, the amount of the award was $1,000.
that's what I thought. Yep. Okay. Library report is in your packet. Historian reports. Ms. Wood, do you want to speak now or do you want to wait till later? Good enough. Okay. All right.
But anyway, I do have a question though, because I'm really not sure when, you want me to do like a monthly report or?
Let's talk about that.
We'll talk.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's correspondence in your packet. Need a motion to bring warrants to the floor.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion or conversation?
I will vote no on
Warrants.
the warrants.
Okay. All right, so we have I guess, a roll call vote on the warrants.
Councilperson Hyde, roll call please, on the warrants.
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Bowers, Mr. Bean,
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
I will choose to keep the town's government paying its bills.
That's a yes, I guess.
Yes.
No.
Thank you.
All right, we are now at privilege of the floor. Zimmerman, no, the people,
I just want to know when the opt-out grants are going to be addressed. We have to get grants in on by October 1st. Here we are in January, wondering.
I will have an answer for you tomorrow. I will reach out to you and I'll answer that question for you tomorrow. Okay? Yep, sure. Please, if you wouldn't mind.
Dina Wood, I have two questions. What is happening with the real estate, the town's real estate? The ones, properties that were listed for sale or supposed to be? That's one question, and you don't have to answer me now, but I wondered about it. And the other one is,
Was there a reason that we didn't appoint a health officer? Is
I
there-
have made an inquiry and I'm awaiting an answer.
Oh, okay, just curious. Okay, so that's all. I just wondered.
Mhm.
And thank you for your support, all of you.
Yeah, yes, because the people out in video land want to hear your voice.
Well, I'll tell you. I was skiing up at Gore on Sunday. Sorry, I missed services, but anyway, the place was absolutely jammed. I'll bet you there were 20,000 people up there. And an excellent day. We're a little bit scratchy, but that's okay. We're waiting for the big snow and a little better weather for making snow and that sort of thing. But anyway, unfortunately, I'll bet you there weren't more than 3 other people besides me that knew where they were. And this sign is gonna be great, but you got 20,000 people up there all having fun and they love it, but they don't know where they are. So how are you gonna invite them down to Main Street or to the hotels or to whatever if they don't even know where they are? So that's something that somebody gotta work on. And all I'm gonna do is speak. Thank you.
Good point.
Anyone else?
Better point.
Okay. I need a motion for adjournment.
Move. Second.
We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm curious to see what else. So that's,